It's just crazy what working consistently and working hard towards your goal could do. It's nuts. And this channel is going to be the raw channel, where it's not going to be, b-roll edited and all that stuff. It's going to be more of a raw channel where I showcase to you exactly what I did, what I do, all the plans that we're working on, and all the business stuff that I can talk to you guys about. For the last 5 years, I've been struggling with a lot of different things that I want to do, and things that didn't happen. And then I just kept on going, kept on thinking about my plans, but also kept on doing actions every single day in order for me to get there. So today, I'm very proud to show you the new creative space, and I'm going to tell you what this creative space is all about. And why did I think about creating this type of space? All the improvements and things that I've done very, very differently in the past year since COVID hit. There was a lot of changes in my life, a lot of changes in my business world, my business journey. And I just wanted to show you that even if the big blockage, the big wall that was in front of me, which was the pandemic, I was able to make some things happen. I want to share with you all the things that I've done that is, maybe outside the box in order for me to keep going with my goals, with all the visions that I had. So anyway, let me show you. So there you have it, a glimpse of what the studio is looking like. Obviously, it's still a mess. This side of the office is almost done. We're done with the setup. Look, this setup actually, it took us a lot of time. We wanted the aesthetic to be perfect. We wanted it to be perfect for all the projects that we're about to do. Whether it's the YouTube shoots we're gonna do some product reviews. We have some sponsors on the line to send us some products. There's also going to be some streaming happening here. There's going to be some fashion things that we can't really talk about right now because we're in the midst of making everything happen. Of course, I still have my embroidery machine that is generating some revenue right now, but we really want to double down on that and make sure that we can utilize all the resources we have in order for us to make money, pretty much. But then there's the other side of the office, which I'm a little shy showing you because it's a mess. Even the entrance that you saw in the beginning is a total mess, but that's fine. So let me do a quick spin so you can see what I'm talking about. This side is amazing. I don't know what you think about all of this. Let me know in the comments if you like the setup, if you'd like something different to be done. And then on this side, we have a bunch of things that shouldn't be here. So we have a nice little setup that's gonna be like a second type of shooting that we can do here, whether it's on TikTok or Instagram. It's great for that. We have an amazing coffee machine because it took us a lot of coffee in order for us to make this happen. And of course we have like a bunch of stuff that is not supposed to be here. Now we just invested with this beautiful light, so like that we can have some amazing, impeccable lighting for our YouTube channel, as well as a bunch of different lights that we purchased. Now, this is my office right now. This is where I do all my business stuff, my accounting, my ads, everything. But this setup right here, as you can see, it's gonna move. It's gonna be different, all right? So the whole desk is gonna change because we want another setup here. And the idea here is for us to do multiple things. including podcasts. So on this side, I want to have a desk, a nice setup that we can move on wheels, so we can set up the desk in the middle of the room so we can have some podcasts going on. We invested in amazing mics, actually the same mics that Joe Rogan utilizes. I think is the greatest audio quality when it comes to podcasts. In here we got a bunch of things on wheels because we need to do some product reviews and we need a table on wheels. It's a little overwhelming because it took a lot of time to get there, but initially, you know what? I'm just gonna put the phone down just so I can talk to you properly. Let me set you up right here. All right, so initially the idea was pretty straightforward, but it needed a lot of capital. And I learned a lot with this idea. Initially, what I wanted to do is buy a warehouse. I didn't want to rent a warehouse. I didn't want to rent anything. I wanted to buy the warehouse. So like that, you know, it's mine. And if anything happens, then I have a piece of real estate that I can flip later on or do some sort of project on it or something. I was this close of buying a project in 2019, and I'm very blessed and happy that it didn't happen. Because if it did, then I would be stuck with a big warehouse with no one to rent it or, you know, anything to do in it because COVID hit and everyone was at home. So thankfully, the deal didn't work out. What I wanted, they didn't have, so it was great. And then an opportunity, you know, set on my lap a few months ago for this space that you can see right here. Funny enough, just a month and a half in, and we might move from this spot to a bigger spot, which is 4 times the size. The reason why is because the idea that we have is not only for videography creative and design creative, it's literally for everything. We want pretty much photography to be included and all that. We want, you know, anything out of the box. People that sell merch, people that sell products to come and shoot their ads right here in this space, and they'll have access to every single thing that they can think about. They'll have access to microphones, to cameras, to lenses, to lights, absolutely everything that they want, they will have in one location. So it's crazy how things work out. I just want to let you know, if you have an idea or something that you really want and you're passionate about, please don't give up. Because the last thing that you want is to remember back when you had that excitement and that joy and just think that it didn't work out because you didn't pursue it. Because if you stop thinking about your projects, your dreams, and stop working on them, then eventually it'll just fade. But if you continue slowly, even though there's a bunch of blockages, a bunch of walls popping left and right, believe me, at some point there's gonna be a breakthrough. And usually when there's a breakthrough, the whole thing could break. And that's what happened in my case. And this is the message that I want to convey. This is the message that I want to convey on my main channel, on this channel, and on my TikTok and different platforms, because the thing that I really want is a community of people. That's my goal. That's my end goal, is to have a community of people that work together, that help each other, that can relate to one another. We can exchange, we can do podcasts to each other's podcast channel. We can invite each other, we can do collab. There's so many things that we can do, but most importantly, we have to learn from each other. If I become successful and I keep it a secret, then what's the point? There's absolutely no use to that. I'm thirsty for knowledge, and I hope that you are too. And we're gonna do a bunch of things here. We're trying to dabble into everything in order for us to be the best level, the best version of ourselves. That's the way to do it. It's to work day by day and just keep on focusing on what we want to do and what we want to achieve. When I think about the hardships that I've lived in the beginning of the pandemic with all my businesses, I could have took it one way, but I took it another. And I'll tell you the way that I was about to take, which was being a victim. And being a victim is really hard to get out of. And that's the message that I want to send also, is that it's okay to cry, it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be depressed, and it's okay to feel all these emotions. They are part of us, they are part of our life. The only thing is that you cannot make it an identity. That's not who you are. Who you are is way greater than that. And the route that I took, which is the second route, is that first I got through all these emotions and then I stopped myself. Because if I kept going, I just kept on digging lower and lower. So I decided to stop myself and say, if I can't control what is going on out there, I can control what is going on up here and up here. So I decided to make moves, to change, to pivot, to get outside the box, to show people that I'm still there, that I'm fighting, that I'm never gonna stop. To be honest with you, it was really hard. For the past last year, I've worked 16-hour days nonstop every single day, except for Sundays, which I took time with family. I also had a baby in between that. So many things happening in between that, and that's what I want to share with these little vlog things. Is I want you to get to know me and see that, you know, I'm a human just like you. I go through things just like you, and it's not always easy, funny, nice aesthetics at all times. It's chaos at most times, and then the other times we get to reap the fruits of this chaos. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you're enjoying your day. I hope that you enjoyed this little riff. There's gonna be way more coming. This channel is gonna be kind of a vlog-ish, less editing and B-rolls and all that stuff. But then on my main channel, which is gonna be in the description below, it's gonna be really curated, beautiful. If you like this stuff, the cinematic things, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about business, productivity, entrepreneurship. That's gonna be my main subject. We're also launching a podcast tonight. Yes, tonight we're launching it. I'm really excited. I got the top of the line microphones, the same ones that Joe Rogan utilizes in his podcast, and I love the sound of this bad boy. We did not open it yet because we're gonna do an unboxing and a whole review that's gonna be on my brother's channel, as well as the Rodecaster Pro, which is gonna mix everything for us. And honestly, I'm extremely excited to do this tonight, and I'm gonna put links in the description below for you to check it out. And if you're down to be in the community, you're down to create this whole thing with me, let's go. Subscribe to the channel, like, you know what to do. I'm gonna put all the things in the description below, and you'll be able to figure out who the hell I am and see if you like me, and I might like you, and we might create a crew, and we might go to the moon, baby. Until next time.